कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna. I hope the audio is clear. Yeah, okay. So, welcome back to the Japa talks. We have been discussing the inattention while chanting every one day before the Ekadasi, that is every fortnightly on the instead of the 11th day, we are discussing on the 10th day, so that the 11th day we prepare ourselves, prepare our consciousness to chant the holy names. So, I'll just recap what we have discussed so far so that we are a little bit aware. So, in the first talk, we discussed what constitutes pramad, inattention. We first of all discussed the three stages of chanting Namaprad, Namabhas, and Shuddhanam. And then we went into what constitutes pramad. If you hear something else or if the mind is acting, then it is pramad. And we did this exercise. So this was in the first talk. In the second talk, hearing from the heart, we discussed, and then how, the mantra from the ear has to enter the heart. And there are these 16 layers we discussed, the 16 layers. One has to penetrate these 16 layers, and then the chanting will enter the heart and how much time it takes. And in that context, we discuss the sutra: when the heart is open, the mind is closed, and when the mind is open, the heart is closed. In the third talk, we discussed about, what is Nama Tattva? What is Nam? Nam means Shuddha Nam. And if there are a lot of offenses, then it is Namaprad. If there are less offenses, then it is Namaprad. Namabhas. And we referred Jaiva Dharma and Prahlad teachings, Shravanam Kirtanam Vishnu. And then we went into the definition in the Harinam Chintamani of inattention as also counted as an offense. We saw the Chaitanya Charitamrita verses also. And in order to become free from this offense, we discussed one mantra, one bead. I hope how many devotees have been practicing this one mantra, one bead? You can raise your hands. How many devotees have been trying to practice this one mantra, one bead? It's a very, very important practice. Yeah. Zoom user. Who is this Zoom user, Baba? What's your name? You can type your name. So please work on this one mantra, one bead, so that we can really make a swift progress in our chanting. This one mantra, one bead is a practice which you'll have to do for many years. At least I feel at least 3 to 5 years. And then you will start, hearing the mantra more attentively. Who's this? They can change their name, ZU Zoom user. Who is this? Who is this? By the way?
Hare Krishna Prabhu, this is Ashok Atma. I'm just changing the name.
Yeah. Please do that.
Yeah.
Okay. So one mantra, one bead is a very, very important sutra. Please take it very seriously. It requires what I said. If you remember, anyone remembers what I said? What is the statement I had made? Anyone raise your hands if you want to answer. Anyone what I had said about this one mantra, one bead? Anyone remembers? I want to mute you all first. Yes, Ashokatma Prabhuji will give you first chance. Yes.
Yeah, we have to capture the feed as if
Uh,
we are.
for that, what we had mentioned, if you remember.
That means every mantra when we are reciting, I mean, you are focusing on that. When you are capturing the mantra as if you are capturing, catching the fish in the ocean.
Mm. Frankly speaking. Okay. And somebody else also, Kabir Das Prabhuji. Yeah.
You said when you hold the bead and chant
Mm,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
mm,
Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
mm.
After completing that one mantra, then you have to release the bead. That will you have to hear your ears. Nothing else other than that you should hear.
No, yeah, but the most important point is, when you're on this one bead, you lock this bead and not go ahead until you finish the 16th word. And I mentioned it requires great spiritual potency to just be on that bead and not go ahead, because the mode of passion will push you to go ahead. And it is a great battle within ourselves. So, this is very, very important. Please implement this in your chanting. And this is what we had discussed in the third talk. And then in the fourth talk, we had discussed about what is the definition of pramad and the three types of pramad. The three types of pramad. And in this context, we had mentioned how the posture exercise is very important. And of course, we could not physically demonstrate this. And I told that I will try to upload the videos, which I could not do. Kindly forgive me for that, because somehow it just could not fit in my schedule. I will try to do it. Please don't type anything on the chat box. It is quite distracting. So today we will discuss about how to take the name with great care and attention. No? And that is the next discussion in the Harinam Chintamani. Uh, that Anurag na hoye paranta nama grahana yatnera avashakta. If one has not reached Anurag, then it is required that one should chant the name with great care. So what this means, what great care, and we are going to see some principles and Japa principles based on this today. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur in the Harinam Chintamani states in text 8, Kono bhagya kono jivera shraddha yadi hoy, tabe tini harinama grahana kare. By good fortune, bhagya here basically means bhagya is, what is bhagya here? Anyone knows? Bhagya is some lottery art. Bhagya the Lakshmi, you know. What is bhagya here? Anyone knows? Geeta Upasana Mataji. Yes. I don't know why all are not getting muted. Geeta Upasana Mataji. Yes. What is bhagya?
Prabhuji, fortunate person.
Pardon?
Fortunate person.
That is what I'm asking. What is the meaning of that fortune means? What is that fortune meaning? Okay. Sunny. What is Sunny's answer? Bhagya means
Good luck, is it? I mean, fortune.
hmm, not the real meaning. Okay. Rohan. Rohan, what is bhagya here?
Prabhuji, like it is as same as that verse, like Bahunam Janmanamante.
Bahunam Janvanamante Gyanavan Mam Prapadante Vasudeva Sarvamati. Yeah, what exactly it is, I want to know. Quoting the verse, what it means. You are close by. What it means. Harsha Radha Mataji, yes. Yes, Mataji.
Prabhuji, it means that when one jiva comes into association of devotees.
Association of devotees, especially.
Shuddha Bhakta.
Yes, you have been attending Madhuri Kadamni classes, so that's why you know the answer. Yes. Vraj Chandrika Mataji, you had some thought to share? Anything for Bhagya?
Opportunity to chant.
Opportunity to chant, that's not, you cannot get the opportunity to chant until you have the mercy of a sadhu. From your jiva, the naam will not come until you get a. Here, Bhagya means Mahat Kripa. That you do some, Agyat Sukriti. Agyat Sukriti. You perform some devotional activity by the mercy of the sadhu, and then you start taking the name. This is Bhagya. And then he starts developing Shraddha. And then he starts taking the name. Yatna kari smara nama sankyara sahita tabe nama anuraga hoyate udita. One should carefully chant a prescribed number of holy names, then attraction for the holy name will rise within him. So here Bhaktivinoda Thakur is making it very clear. He has to chant Sankhya Purvak. One should chant a fixed number of holy names on his Tulsi bead. Gradually the number may be increased. And then Ye Paryanta Anurag na hoye uday, Se Paryanta Yatna Kari Nama Sadalay. As long as that attraction has not risen, Anurag, he should always chant the holy name very carefully. So here Bhaktivinoda Thakur is warning us, Yatna Kari Sada Namale. Yatna means very careful. Until when? Ye Paryant Anurag na hoye. Till then. So here Anurag means what? Anyone? What does Anurag mean here? What does Anurag mean? Anurag is which stage? Rather to ask, whether it is Nishta stage or Anartnivri stage or Asakti or Ruchi stage or Bhava stage. Bhavagrahi Janardhan. What is your Bhava saying about Anurag? What stage it is?
Prabhuji, Anurag means Asakti, Prabhuji, Asakti.
Oh, Anurag is Asakti stage. Very good. So Anurag means Asakti. So whether is, mind is attached to Krishna, like Maya Sakta Mana Partha. When mind is attached to Krishna, then Bhagavad Gita 7.1 it says, when mind is attached to Krishna, you have conquered material existence. So you can imagine until you have almost come to the goal, end goal, Prayojan, till then we should be very careful. So how much more careful we should be in the condition stage now? So here are the important points, about this verses. This is a very nice text which indicates that it is quite common for a jiva to develop enough faith that the holy name alone can save him, and then he begins to chant as his prime duty of life. Here we see the words by regularly chanting a fixed number of holy names with special care and attention. This indicates that the devotee moves from Vaidhi to Raganavaga via the mercy of the pure devotee and his determined efforts. So here, there are 2 points. Sadhu Kripa Bal and Nija Sadhana Bal. So both are required. It's not that I'll just take Sadhu Kripa and I'll not put any efforts, or I'll just put efforts and not pray for the mercy of the Lord, Nam Prabhu and the sadhus. Both are required. And the classic case of this is in Krishna Leela. Which is the classic case of this? Which is the classic case? Anyone knows that both these aspects are required? Anyone knows? Vraj Chandrika Mataji.
Damodar Leela.
Yes, perfect. It is Damodar Leela. Yashodama, you don't know that morning she started attempting to try Krishna and it was late evening. And she was sweating profusely out of her efforts. And then she put her lot of efforts and then ultimately Krishna, his kripa potency invoked. That is his kripa potency and the multifarious spiritual potencies, his kripa potency shines among all, and it is the emperor among all other potencies. All other potencies get subdued. So Krishna's kripa, will flow when Krishna sees that he has put a lot of sadhana, a lot of efforts. Okay, now I'm going into Updeshamrit. In the Updeshamrit, this is Bhaktivinoda Thakur. He mentions that Shloka 1 discusses about the self-controlled Madhyamadhikari symptoms, Vacho Vegam, Manasa Krodha Vegam. Tridandi Swamir Lakshan. It refers to also Uttamadhikari, who is a Tridandi sannyasi, his symptoms, as well as a Madhyamadhikari who is self-controlled. And verses 2, 3, and 4, mention Madhyamadhikari Goswami's external dealings and bhakti rules. He follows Bhakti Pratikul Shadgun and Bhakti Anukul Shadgun. Just a minute. He mentions Bhakti Pratikul Shadgun and Bhakti Anukul Shadgun as Madhyamadhikari Goswami's, external dealings and bhakti rules. So firstly, one has to control the 6 Vegas. He has to become self-controlled. And then he follows Pratikul Shadgun, Anugul Shadgun, and Shad with Priti Lakshana. Then it mentions the 5, 6, 7 mention the Madhyamadhikari Goswami's vision and internal development, Antarik Vikas. Madhyamadhikari Trivid Vaishnav Sevan, Krishneti Asa Girita Mansadrita, and Aprakrit Vaishnav Prakrit Drishti Nished. That means he doesn't see a Uttamadhikari from a material perspective. That means he avoids offenses. And then text 7 is very important, Syat Krishnamadi. How Avidya Vinash, O Krishna Nam Anushilenar Pranali. How to take the name, So this is the stage when one comes, first one has to come to this stage, which is also a long way to go. And that means you have to control all the Vegas and become self-controlled. And then, follow these 6 loving exchanges. And then avoid the offenses. And slowly, the degree we avoid the offenses, to that degree, we start getting taste and avidya gets destroyed. Nama Krishnama Anushilayam Pranay. And from here, Vaidi, you enter into Raga, Raganuga Sadhana. That's what, it's mentioning. How one moves from Vaidi to Raganuga. So, this is the verse which we are going to discuss, because this has to do with how one should take the name with great care and attention. So this is the verse text 7. Syat Krishnamadi Siddhapya Vidya Pittopataptas Rasanasya Narochikano Kintvadaratanu Kalu Saiva Jushta Swadvikramad Bhavati Tadgada Moolahantri. The holy name, character, pastimes, and activities of Krishna, Syat Krishna Nama Charitadi, are all transcendently sweet like sugar candy. Sita. Sita means very sweet. Although the tongue is afflicted by jaundice of avidya, api avidya pittopatasya rasanasya, cannot taste anything sweet, na ruchikanu. It is wonderful that simply by carefully chanting these sweet names every day, kintu adarat anudinam kalu saiva jushta, a natural relish awakens within the tongue. Swabhi kramad bhavati. And the disease is gradually destroyed at the root. Tada gada moola hantri. So this verse is a very, very important verse as a sadhana for the sadhakas. Of course, we have to come to First, we have to pass through verses 1 to 6. So there are two things. Kintu Adarat, and second is Anudinam, every day. And among the two, the Adarat is very important. Adarat means with respect. One should take the holy name with respect. And what it means to take the holy name with respect, what are the attitudes we have to take the holy name with respect, what it means. Let us hear from the devotees what all it can mean, what are the attitudes we have if we say it is Adarat. What are the different attitudes you can think of? Raise your hands. One hand has been raised. Okay, Geeta Upasana Mataji. Yes.
Hare Krishna Guruji. So Adarat means if we take that Krishna and his name are non-different. So if Krishna is himself accessible to us through the name, so we automatically become respectful towards the holy name. So that means Adarat.
Oh, okay. So the attitude is what? What is one word you can put?
Um, that Krishna is so merciful that he has appeared in his name,
Yes,
in his
yes.
name form.
So we understand that Krishna is there in his name and we take the name with respectful attitude. If you're calling, your spiritual master has come, and you don't, you with great care and attention, you'll call him, receive him like that. So this is one. Yes. Rohan Prabhu had raised his hand. Yes.
Yes, Prabhuji, it is on similar lines. Like when we are chanting, we are calling the names of the Lord. So we shouldn't get distracted, like we are seeing on mobile or some other activity we are doing, although we are
Yes.
chanting. So that attitude should not be there. Yeah.
No other activity then Nam Grahan. Yes, that's very important. Yes, Ashokatma Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna
Yes.
Prabhu, as you mentioned in the last class, that when the moment when we say Krishna, as if Krishna is appearing, because there is no difference between name and the form. So we should have that respect that we are invoking Krishna with us, and it is also glorifying the Krishna while chanting the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, and also
Yeah.
seeking the service of the Lord while chanting Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. With that attitude, we develop the respect and
Yes.
love for the
Yes.
name.
Yes. Yes. That's very, very important. Other devotees can on their video because we want to see how much attentively you are all hearing. It's very difficult in the Zoom meeting. I don't emphasize it much, but here in this discussion, how much our attention is there. Respectful attitude means the consciousness should not go anywhere else except in hearing the name. Yes. Yes. Who had raised
Sincere
his hand?
chanting, Prabhu.
Huh?
Sincere, undivided attention chanting.
Sincere chanting. That is a sign of sincerity. Yes, 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 yes. Okay. Any other thoughts? Anyone? What does it all mean? Okay. So this is very, very important. And I'm going to give a little insight. Why then we don't implement this? If we do this, then you'll get gradually the taste. We do this sometimes Anudinam every day, and sometimes this will more of it becomes a mechanical routine. But why we don't do, because this will actually give us Swadvikarmat. The reason Acharyas explain is, prayojana bodh. Bodh means to know. There's lack of prayojan bodh. That you don't know what you are going to get the end result. You are going to achieve Krishna, but you're looking for the immediate results. I have to complete my assignment, I have to do my cooking, I have to you know you don't know what you're going to get. Prayojan bodh is not there. That's why we don't do it other with other. Like Bhakti Siddhanta Thakur told the story, that if you don't realize, what the absolute truth is, what his opulences are, and what he can give, you might go and ask a king, give me a pile of ash. Right? The king can give you gold, he can give you palace, he can give you entire village. But if you go and ask him, give me a pile of ash, you're foolish. Or that famous story of an old lady who used to every day carry, wood on her head, and she had already become old and she was having difficulty in carrying, and she was walking and she fell, all the wood fell, and she called out the name of the Lord. Then Lord came, what I can do for you? No, I want one favor. Just keep this wood back on my head. The Lord can take you to the spiritual world. You can completely be blissful there. So lack of prayojan bodh, that's why we don't do it with other. This is the reason. So that's why we have to, have this respectful attitude while taking, my handwriting is really going bad because of this pad. Okay. And understanding that non-difference between Nam and Nami and Nami. So all this, we have to, work on. Otherwise, many years will go by. We'll not develop taste. And if you don't develop taste, it will become mechanical and it'll just become a routine. At some time, you'll give it up also. And then this will happen. So we'll not discuss this. This is not required for us, Tannama Rup Charita. Let's see what Prabhupada has to say about this. Okay. So this name is another incarnation of Krishna. Nama Rupa Kali Kale Krishna Avatar. Chaitanya Charitamrita. Name is, because name is Krishna, is non-different. Abhinnatvam Nama Namino. There's no difference. Here in the material world, there is difference between the name and the substance. But Advaya Jnana, in the absolute world, there is no distinction. The name and the person are the same, identical. So actually, when we chant Hare Krishna mantra, we directly associate with Krishna. When you chant Hare Krishna, you're associating with Krishna. Now my question is, if you're chanting Hare Krishna, Prabhupada is saying you're directly associating with Krishna. Hear my question very carefully. How do you know that you're actually associating with Krishna? Very simple question, but very tricky question. I said, Prabhupada is saying if you're chanting Hare Krishna, you're actually directly associating with Krishna. How do you know that you're associating with Krishna? How do you know? Who would answer? Katyayani Lakshmi Mataji. Yes, Mataji. Where are you? You've been attending these sessions?
Yes, Prabhuji. 1, 2 sessions I have not attended. Yeah, otherwise I have attended some 2 sessions. Yes.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
which,
Yeah. How do you know that you're associating with Krishna?
so actually, when we hear the holy name of Krishna, then we feel like we are associating with Krishna.
But my question is, how do you know that you're associating with Krishna? That's my question.
Means when we try to hear the holy name of Krishna.
And that's not where answer is not going ahead anywhere. Okay, Rohan Prabhuji, you can try because it's not easy to answer this. Yes, Rohan.
You will find that the name of Krishna is you will find it very sweet, and you will find that you are experiencing some kind of bliss. Like,
Okay. No, I want to know how do you know that you're actually associating with Krishna? You know, the bliss, taste, and all. Okay. You know, you're associating with Krishna. Prabhupada is saying you're directly associating. How do you know that I'm actually, you know, sitting next to Krishna? Krishna is sitting next to me, or whatever it is. Harsh, what is this? Harsh Radha Mataji, yes.
We can see positive changes in us.
My question is, it's not something vague, I'm asking, Prabhupada is saying you're directly associating with Krishna. That means Krishna is sitting next to you. How do you know that Krishna is there next to you? You're directly associating with Krishna, Prabhupada is saying. It's very bewildering and puzzling, right? Bhavagrahi Jana, yes.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, while we are chanting, we become more and more happy and become free from all the miseries. Then
That is what all Rohan Prabhu also told the same thing, which we did not agree for that. I am speaking about associating with Krishna. How will you know that you are actually associating with Krishna? Please understand my question. Yes. Ashwatthama.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Prabhu,
Hmm.
when we are chanting Hare Krishna mantra, when
Hmm.
our attitude is, remembering the Lord form, so that means we are associating with the Lord.
No, see, remembering the Lord form and all, we are hearing the mantra. Please remember.
Yes, Prabhu.
And the sound vibration Krishna and the person Krishna are non-different.
Correct.
So you're associating with the person Krishna, but how do you know that you're associating with Krishna is my question.
So we normally get into the absorption of the Lord.
Yeah. But do you know that you are actually associating with Krishna? My question is, we don't have experience with this. That's why we are getting all these answers.
Correct, correct, correct.
Even I don't have experience of this, frankly speaking. So don't worry about it much. But I want to hear from all devotees what their thoughts are. Yes, Amit Kumar Agarwal Prabhuji. Yes. What is your thoughts?
When we chant Suddhanam only, that point of time we
Yeah.
are associating with Krishna.
Yeah,
If
but
it is Namaprasad,
my question is yes. When you're chanting Shuddhanam, you're associating with Krishna. But how do you know that you're associating with Krishna is my question. Got my question now. Is it clear or no now, my question? Yes, Amal Bhakti Rani Mataji.
Yeah, Prabhuji, by calling his name,
Uh-huh.
like a child when you cry, so you're just
Yeah,
like
but see, please try to understand, you call your son and your son comes and he's sitting next to you. So you know that your son is next to you. So when you call Krishna, sound vibration, Krishna, you're directly associating with Krishna. My question is, how do you know that you're associating with Krishna? I don't know how more simpler I can put this question. Are you understanding this point now?
by connecting to him, no, Prabhuji, by connection.
No, you tell me about your child. Your child, you call his name, he comes running. You call his name, he comes running, he sits next to you. You are associating with your child, right?
Yeah.
Correct or no?
Yes.
Now, similarly for Krishna, when you call, you are actually associating with Krishna. Prabhupada is saying, how do I know? It's very, very, very bewildering and puzzling. Yes, Sunny, we'll hear Sunny what Sunny has to say. Yes, Sunny. Yes, I have unmuted you. No, your audio is not unmuted. No, your audio you have to unmute from yourself. Okay.
Unmute. Can you hear me now, Prabhuji?
Yes, yes.
Like Prabhupada ji said, Nama Rupe Kali Kale Krishna Avatar. I mean, he dwells in his name itself. I mean, this is what I thought.
No, but still that doesn't answer my question. Rohan Prabhuji.
Prabhuji, like the name itself is Krishna. Like if you say Coca-Cola, like I think Prabhupada had given this
Yeah,
example that
Baba,
if
we
you say
understand that.
Coca-Cola,
We understand that.
yeah.
You're all speaking theory. I want some practical. So actually, when you take the name and Krishna is present in the name, Krishna is there directly, you're associating with Krishna, you will not know that you're associating with Krishna. Simple. Somebody else has to disturb your bhajan, and then you come out of that world, and then you realize actually I was associating with Krishna. And the classic example is of Raghunath Das Goswami. Raghunath Das Goswami was chanting the holy names on the bank of Radhakund, and while chanting, Srimati Radharani was actually, giving her association by protecting her, pallu, with the intense heat. And Raghunath Das Goswami did not know. He did not know that Radharani has come there and, serving him. So who came to know about it? Who came to know about it? Did Raghunath Das Goswami know? He did not know. Who came to know about it? Swarna Mataji. Yes.
Sanatana Goswami.
Sanatan Goswami saw that. Raghunath Das Goswami was not conscious. That's the point. So Prabhupada's statements are very, very deep and profound. So when you're directly associating with Krishna, you don't know that you're associating. I'm trying to see that picture. Yeah, here. This is that picture. Oh, it's in Instagram. I don't have a Instagram. Well, I can just directly show this. Yes. So Sanatan Goswami is not aware that Radharani is, shading him, sorry, or whatever. Huh? So this is that absorption. You don't know that you're actually directly associating with Krishna. That is, that is real chanting then. So this is the point Prabhupada is trying to make. Therefore, if we are sensible, Prabhupada is writing this word. So I mentioned, Adar means you have to become sensible. Very much respectful attitude to the name. So I had mentioned this point here, you can see. Respectful attitude. So if you have a respectful attitude to the name, because name and Krishna are same. What is that respect we mentioned? We have that attitude. That name is non-different from Krishna. I should not commit offense. Suppose Krishna comes here, how respectful we shall be immediately. So similarly, when we chant Krishna, we should know Krishna is there. Although we don't have the realization. Therefore, we should be very much cautious and respectful, not neglectful. That is offense. That is non offense. If you're neglectful, then you're committing aparadh. If you're cautious and respectful, then you're not committing aparadh. If you become inattentive, that is an offense. See, within 2 sentences, 3 times Prabhupada said, that is an offense. That is an offense. You should know this. Try to avoid. Krishna is giving a chance to meet him in so many ways. Nama, Rupa, Leela, Parikar, Vashishta. So Krishna Nama, Rupe Avatar. So we should respect chanting the Hare Krishna mantras. Not that, we chant in the street, we chant, in the bus stop, we chant in the railway station, we chant anywhere. We can hear Kirtan that time. But chanting with great care and attention we should do. Prabhupada is saying. So chant. So chant, we should respect chanting of Hare Krishna mantra with very care, carefulness, caution, so that we may not commit any offense. Then our business is successful. Then, we'll attain prayojan. So this is the nectar of devotional lecture given in Vrindavan. If one is serious about going back to order, one must take the advice given in this text that one should chant a fixed number of rounds and increase the number with time. The reason for increase is to remove anarthas more rapidly from the polluted heart, Cheto Darpan Marjan, cleanse the mirror of the heart, and to make the spiritual world into a conscious reality. The Mahamantra is our only hope in this matter. Nowhere in the Shastra does it mention that the spiritual master cleanses the mirror of the heart for the devotee, only that he leads the disciple to chant, and the Mahamantra cleanses the heart, mirror of the heart. The formula is the more rounds we attentively chant, the more we become purified. The spiritual master has the power to Krishna, but he will not do so if the disciple is not serious about chanting the holy names. Srila Prabhupada often quotes, the Lord helps those who help themselves. The mind is such a machine that as one thinks, so one shall act. Therefore, if one is constantly thinking in material ways, then one will always delve in the material realms, as that is where the material thoughts dwell. After thoughts come into action, when material actions are performed, reactions is there. This is karma. Karma therefore means one must perform another action via being given a reaction. Reaction means another action. And what is the purpose of being given a reaction? It is only to be given an opportunity to correct the first action. So why, if we have to chant, what is our, siddhanta? That to go back to the spiritual world, how many Shuddha Nams we should take? Anyone knows? Anyone knows? Oh, many hands have been raised here. Katayani Lakshmi Mataji. Yes.
One Shuddhanam.
One Shuddhanam. Where did you hear this?
Last previous classes, there is one.
Verse.
Yeah, we had in last
Padma.
class.
Then why every day we are chanting so many names? What is the reason?
Because we are not chanting Shuddhanam.
Because we have been given a reaction, because our action is not correct. And we have to take like this lakhs and lakhs of name and cross the Namaprad and cross the Namabha stage and come to that one name, Shuddhanam. And then our life is successful. So we have to understand this very, very carefully. Reaction. And once actions are mundane, a reaction is needed in order to give a second opportunity to use the Lord's chitt potency in order to serve the Lord via dovetailing the material energy in the service. So basically, when we commit aparadh, the more you commit aparadh, the more it will take you for time for you to take Shuddhanam, because you will give given more reactions. More retakes. In the camera, when the shooting director says, he tells, to perform the actor and actress a particular action and they don't do it perfectly. So he says, cut. And he says, action again. And then again, cut, again, action until they perform it perfectly. So the more we try to take the name with great attention, Adarat, and we don't commit offense, then, the more chances is that we're coming to Shuddhanam. In this way, until one's actions are 100% pure, a reaction will always be given. The purpose of all reaction is that one may be given another chance to perform that action until that action is 100% pure. When one is connected with the spiritual world even once, he is assured of gaining entrance into that place. Therefore, it is said that one who has chanted the holy name even once is sure to go back home. And after chanting the Shuddhanam, one should not again commit offenses and all. We should be careful. In many purports of Bhagavad Gita, Srila Prabhupada informs us that all actions done under direction of the Lord yield no reaction, either in this life or in the next. In the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna Prabhupada says that, Brahmarpanam, Brahmavir, Brahmagno, Brahmanahutam, Brahmena tena gantavya, Brahma karma samadhina. Or Brahmanyadai karmani sangam tetva kan dhananjaya, siddha siddha samo bhutva, Brahmanyadai karmani sangam tektva karotiya, lipatena sapapena, padma patram ivamasi. There is no reaction. That means such actions are perfect and enacted from the spiritual platform. No reaction is needed when perfection is already attained. Increased chanting allows the sadhaka to simultaneously cleanse his heart of material desires and to get to know the inhabitants of the spiritual world whom he wishes to spend eternity with. This is Raga Bhakti. Along the path of progression, the sincere sadhaka will become alert to his thoughts and learn to control them by placing his attention on the holy name. Proceeding with caution, checking his daily rounds for quality, very important. It's not that today, I chanted 16 rounds and I tried to chant attentively. Tomorrow I chant 20 rounds. I put attention. The next day I chant 24 rounds, but 20 rounds I put attention, 4 rounds I don't put attention. Then that bad habit will come in the main rounds. So you have to check your rounds and then you have to stay steady in one particular stage. And then gradually, with the guidance of your bhajan shiksha gurus, go further. Enables the sadhaka to nicely serve his spiritual master and to progress to the stage of anurag or spontaneous attraction to the Lord. So this is, the discussion which we wanted to have for today. That anurag is very, very important, So I will stop here and leave the floor for the questions. Any questions, any clarification anyone has? You can raise your hands. Any questions, any clarifications? About this topic, what we discussed? Anyone has any questions? So tomorrow is Ekadasi, and from the discussion what we had, what are the takeaway points you can think about in your chanting, what you would like to implement from this discussion? Who would like to share? Who would like to share? Yes, yes, Reena Mataji, what's your initiated name?
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Dandavat pranam. Rasavyarani Radha Devi Dasi.
Okay. Yes, Mataji. Yes.
Prabhuji, Krishna is not different than his name. So chant respectfully that he is there. So.
Yes. Understand that Krishna is not different from his holy name. And we chant with great adar, respect while chanting. This is very important. Yes. Anyone else? What else we can implement? This one thing if we can do, sadhvi kramat. Otherwise, the distractions of this world, especially, internet, YouTube, mobile, all this, there are millions of distractions. First thing is, you keep away all the distractions away and just sit exclusively for this activity. This is very important principle if you want to do Adarat chanting. Any other thoughts? Anyone else wants to share? Any other thoughts? Yes, Kabir Prabhuji.
Uninterrupted, undivided attention while chanting.
Undivided. So for that, what you will do?
We have to select a place without any disturbance and sit and keep the chant as per the suggestion given by Prabhupada Maharaj.
Yes, yes. Sit in a place where there is no distractions. Even in your temple hall, select a place where you can focusly hear the mantra. That's very important. And in your home also, not that you sit in the kitchen, or you sit in the temple hall where you have to find a place there also at home, free from distractions. Yeah, that is very important. Yes, Rohan Prabhuji.
Yeah, so all the 16 rounds we have to try to focus and chant. And even
Yeah.
if we are trying to increase the round, we should see that we are focusing on that as well. Because if we be lenient in like chanting with no focus on the extra rounds, that no extra focus will again come into the 16 rounds as well.
Yes, yes, yes. Very, very important. This is what is this distraction coming from? Yeah. Anyone else would like to share their thoughts about today's discussion? Up till when one should be very, very careful? Yatna. Up till what stage one should be very careful in taking the name? What does Bhaktivinoda Thakur say in Harinam Chintamani? What does he say? Amar Jagannath Prabhuji, what does Bhaktivinoda Thakur say? Till what stage you should be careful?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. The Bhakti Vinod Thakur mentioned in that particular text, you have to be chant very carefully.
Yeah, but till what stage you attain, till then you have to be very careful, he says.
I did not get the exactly point, Prajay.
Huh?
I did not get the point, Prajay.
Up till what stage? One should be
Suddha Nam, Suddha Nam.
Shuddha Naam karke he doesn't say Anurag
No,
hoy.
no, Anurag bolte.
Anurag hoy parant yatner avashakta. And Anurag means what?
Asakti, attachment to Krishna.
So any devotees here on the stage of Asakti? Raise your hands. No devotees on the stage of Asakti? I am also not there. Don't worry. I'm also in the same boat with all of you. So all have to be very careful. You have to be very careful while taking the name. Okay. Yeah. Any other thoughts? Anyone else wants to share? Okay. So that respectful attitude, Adarat, understanding that Krishna is not different from the holy name. Krishna is present in the holy name. I should be very careful that I don't place my attention something else and other than taking the name and hearing the name with great respect. That is the takeaway of this today's discussion. So thank you very much. Shri Harinam Prabhu ki jai. Shri Harinam Chintamani ki jai. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna. Thank you very, very much. Hare Krishna.